Good morning. I'm Warren Miller, ex-PHMSA inspector of 22 and a half years, and would like to just give you a little guidance as you go into this training. Certainly, you've chosen to become evaluators. This is one of the few areas that the OQ rule never addressed. So what ITS has actually done is raise the bar. They're requiring their evaluators to really follow strict processes, and they're providing that integrity that's been missing out there in the industry. So what I wanted to kind of visit with you about as you go into this training is understand that the responsibilities that you guys are actually taking on as you evaluate each individual that you do. One of the things that you're saying once you sign off on that evaluation is that this person is good to go to perform that covered task by himself or herself if it was required. I want to make sure that you guys understand that responsibility. You've taken on this role as you're past the references and you're able to or authorized to evaluate to those covered tasks. You're taking on that responsibility. Accountability. If there was ever to be an incident, understand that your name could come up. They could be checking to see how you did evaluations. They could certainly talk to the person you evaluated, ask how that evaluation was performed. So the criteria that's been established is something you really want to follow. Can't emphasize that enough, and I know one of the areas is that probably some of you are trainers and evaluators. Want to make sure that you understand that training and evaluation are two separate things. So if you're a trainer first, you make sure that you have a definitive cutoff of to what the training has been, and then once the evaluation starts, you don't fall back into that training. It's going to be one of those things that's scrutinized again as you go forward. You don't want to have that implication that you gave additional training during the evaluation. You let the people pass or fail on their own in those performance evaluations. Another big thing, want to make sure that this is for new people and for people that have been on the job for 30 years. I don't care if you as an evaluator have known Bill for 30 years and known what he's been doing. You've got to make sure that you follow the criteria with him all the way through, just like you would somebody you don't know. If you're a third-party evaluator doing this, not for an operator that you work for, it's even a greater responsibility to make sure you follow all the criteria. One last thing that I'd like to tell you about is OQ. The standards of OQ will eventually change. There will be that requirement for evaluators for their accountability for what they know, the training they've taken, and ITS has started that now. What you're getting ready to get into will provide you that background, and security will also provide the operators and the contractors that you help evaluate a better sense that the people that are out there working are qualified. If you fail somebody, it's okay. It is okay to fail people because not everybody can do this. Understand, you don't have to have 100%. If you're a trainer and an evaluator, don't take it bad that somebody can't do this. I guarantee you the feds and the states will look at something more stringently if you've never had a failure. If the company or a contractor has never had a failure, those records, there will be more scrutiny. So please call it as you find it, as you work with these people, and understand that failures occur, and somebody may need additional training so they understand it, or procedures have changed. Whatever it is, make sure that you call it as you see it. Thanks a lot.